Hello, Facebook, YouTube, whoever's watching. This is your truly Doc Warren, and I am in a powerful Miracle Crusade empowerment meeting here in the great city of Columbus, Ohio. I want to invite you out at the Victory and Deliverance Church, where Pastor Jonathan K. Sanders is the pastor. And God is moving by His Spirit. And, anytime God begins to move, the enemy is always showing his ugly face. And I had that happen on one of my social networks where people, a couple of individuals, hater, negative, and he said, you name it, he said it. And it's amazing how after been doing all that I've been doing for 36 years, that you still got haters, but that comes along with the territory, and I don't worry about them really. But you got to expose. If you're going to expose the devil, you got to expose people that the enemy is hiding behind. So don't weary yourself with your haters. Know for a certainty if God has anointed you and given you an assignment, you must do it to the fullness of your ability. But it's nothing wrong with addressing certain things. Paul said, Alexander the coppersmith has done us much evil. He has withstood our word. You can read it in 2 Timothy chapter number 4, I think it is, verse number, I want to say 14, but it may be 12. Verse number 14. Check it out. And for some of you that love Scandal, the movie Scandal, and I know it's a lot of things out there that's been said about, and some people haven't mentioned my name, but they've said, oh, he don't want us to watch Scandal. That's so retarded. That's ignorant. You can watch whatever you want to watch, but as a man of God, I'm telling you, whatever you put into your system, whatever you put into your body, your spiritual man, it will manifest itself eventually. So garbage in, garbage out. That's what's going to come out. And people watch things relentlessly, religiously, but if you study the psychology of what you expose yourself to, what you watch on TV, and even the purpose of TV and radio, the ear gate. You got the ear gate, you got the eye gate, and what goes in here, what goes in here will come out of here, and it will manifest itself. And we've seen that. Young man talked about my beard, supposed to be a pastor. Talked about my beard, talked about accountability. It's amazing how people have utilized that lame excuse. Oh, Doc Warren don't want to be accountable to anybody. That is crazy. That is ludicrous. But I don't want to be accountable to some hireling. I don't want to be accountable to some homosexual. I don't want to be accountable to somebody that don't love God. I'm not going to be accountable to anybody, because what accountability do you have? And that's the problem with the Christian community. Some people are accountable to men and women that actually don't love God, and they are ministers of Satan. But I thank God for men that I've had the privilege of calling them my pastor. One in particular, he's gone on to glory last year. Matter of fact, both of them went to glory the same year. Bishop James E. Tyson, my pastor there, my covering in Indianapolis. And if you want to know anything about him and my relationship, all you have to do is just call, speak to Dr. Ruth Tyson. She would tell you. For some of you out there that wondering who he comes from, and also my other covering pastor, the one and only Chandler David Owens, Bishop Owens. And some of you can get the tape, see where he stood me up before the Church of God in Christ Holy Convocation, and told the people, hey, this is my son. You need to get him. And I don't broadcast stuff like this, but somebody said, well, how can you have a pastor in Kojic and a pastor in the PAW Apostolic Faith? Well, hey, call it whatever you want to call it. I believe in covering. I believe in being accountable to wherever you preach, whatever you're going to do. And I'm looking forward in this coming year. Bishop Paul S. Martin, he said, Doc, we would love you to be a part of the Full Gospel Fellowship ministry. That's what it's all about, ministry. My brother, Bishop Pat Brandon Porter, said, man, come on. I want you to connect with my jurisdiction, and hey, that's what it's all about. Some people are going to hate on that, but hey, I'm in the ministry. I'm in the soul saving business. It's not about appointments, not about assignment. I got more than enough places to preach. I've been doing this 36 years. I'm thinking about retiring, to be honest with you, from this road and doing some other things. I'm working on a degree. I've got a degree in psychology. I got my doctor of divinity. I got a bachelor of religious education. Some of you don't know stuff These are things that I might as well broadcast. For some of you, you just think I'm just a TV personality, TV preacher. I am on the Word Network. I was on BET. I was on World Harvest Television. I was on WACZQ, uh, station out of Orlando, Super Channel. Some of you may have watched that. And I'm on 4 other networks, one in Mobile, Alabama. Henry Roberts, his station. Some of you that's from Mobile, you can check me out there. Alpha Nickelberg has embraced me, and I'm on CW. 4 CW channels. I don't know what time. I'm waiting on him to give me that information. One is in Jackson, I believe. One is in Columbia, Evansville, and St. Louis. That's what the ministry does. When you stay humble and you don't feed your spirit garbage, you will be able to see the manifestation of the power of God. And even in Columbus, we've seen lame folks walk. We've seen people. One young man had MS, and he danced. He was bent over, getting ready to leave the service. So the reason why I'm leading, because I'm relaxing, been up late, and I'm just excited about what God is doing. And I'm excited about you, my friend. You that have followed the ministry, you that embrace the ministry, you that love the ministry. Now, for those that don't love what I do, I understand. I understand. For those that had a problem with me saying and talk about scandal. But if you look at the spiritual aspects of scandal, yes, it's entertainment. Yes, it's drama. I've only seen maybe 5 or 10 minutes of it, and I can understand people how what they get from a show like that. But I'm saying, as a believer, you need to be careful of what you're feeding your spirit. Now, some people took what I said and said, well, I guess we're going to hell, condemnation. People are out of their mind. You can't say nothing spiritual. You can't warn people, hey, too much ice cream can raise your cholesterol. Too much cookies can raise your sugar. You can end up with diabetes. If you sit up watching stuff that got demonic content, same thing. Just like certain foods can cause problems. There are movies that can cause you immediate problems in your relationship, in your marriage, in your life, because those are spiritually motivated. If some of you only knew who is behind many the shows in Hollywood and what you call entertainment, there's a ploy, there's a subliminal message. Like when you see these homosexuals that are actually kissing. And that's one scene that was told to me concerning the show Scandal, where 2 men are kissing. How can any believer sit there and watch 2 men kissing or 2 women kissing? Now, somebody say, well, it goes on in the church all the time. I've never seen 2 men kissing in the church, French kissing. So some of y'all need to quit lying. You need to really quit justifying lies. Well, women are kissing in the church. That stuff don't go on. You don't see nobody having sex in the church. Ridiculous. But I'm going to be back because I know some of you can't handle too much of this. I'm going to be back to talk to you. Peace.